Halo, saya Ehu. Selamat datang di game Genshin Impact. Jadi yang sebelumnya itu kan sudah yang dari Kole itu sampai di sini. Kita disuruh ke sana kan sebelumnya itu. Oke, aku setting dulu navigate. Yap, ke sana. Yang sebelumnya itu malam. Kalau sekarang nih sudah termasuk sore. Bisa ganti hari di sini. Oke, baru dibilang langsung malam aja ini. Kalau mau ganti harinya tuh manual atau jamnya manual tuh ada di sini. Nah, seperti ini. Ini sudah jam 6 lebih begitu, makanya langsung ganti nih. Tapi nggak semalam yang seperti yang sebelumnya sih. Coba lah, langsung dia tunjukin. Ini nambah berapa jam nih? 2 jam. Nah, langsung malam kan. Bisa diubah manual, seperti itu. Memang jadi gelap sih. Coba ya lihat dulu. Aku mungkin harus cepat-cepat ya ini buat misinya ini. Soalnya nggak ada actionnya sama sekali. Jadi nggak bisa kasih tunjuk sesuatu gitu kan.
Traveler, you've returned.
Oke, kembali jadi apa ini?
We're back.
Dari bersihin itu patung.
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, langsung pergi ke ruangannya. Oke.
Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Yap, langsung pergi ke ruangan kita masing-masing. Bentar. Kalau nggak salah, Denari itu bilang kita bisa pakai ruangan punya dia. Hah? Di mana? Nah, ini wait until inilah aku kasih tahu. Nih. Nunggu sampai jam 8 pagi. Jadi kita nunggu dia mungkin di sini aja. Soalnya kan ini ruangan punya dia. Bentar, aku nggak ada ruangannya di sini. Bukannya di situ terakhir kali kita. Oh, di sana. Oke. Coba di sini dulu. Mungkin kita nunggu di sini aja. Kita lihat waktu di luar itu berubah gitu kan. 8 pagi. Nggak pas 8 juga bisa sih. Cuman ya, udahlah. Ini malam gitu kan. Nah, seperti itu. Langsung pagi kan. Di luar jadi itu.
Hyman was thinking all night about what happened with Kale and still can't figure out what the problem might be.
Waduh,
Maybe she's in a
ini
better mood now. Let's go check on her.
aku adventure ranknya level 60 sekarang. Walah, ini musuhnya bakal level 60. Level 8 ininya, worth levelnya. Kalau sudah level 55 naik otomatis. Musuhnya mungkin jadi lebih kuat. Ya udahlah, nggak apa-apa. Kalian aja langsung. Itu bisa nih. Seperti ini. Bentar, itu ruangan dia. Oke, mungkin kita salah tempat.
It's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh?
Oke.
Hanari, what are you doing here? Where's Kale?
Oh, ini tempat Kole itu.
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
Hah? Kok bisa? Padahal
You mean
kemarin
she's
itu.
sick? How could she be? Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
Iya, padahal kemarin bisa lari dia cepat gitu kan. Cepat lari dari Paimon. Oleh Paimon nih pasti.
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time.
Oh, dia punya
Kale
penyakit.
has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself.
Hah? Excited
I
dia.
suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
Oh iya, gara-gara kita teman Amber, ya Amber itulah. Jadinya kita temanan juga sama Clay gitu.
So,
Ya udahlah.
what's really wrong with Kale?
Oh yeah.
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Iya, penasaran juga aku sama kondisinya seperti apa. Soalnya di komik ada dijelasin, cuman aku nggak baca. Jadi apa? Kita cari tempat lain katanya. Kita ngomongin orang di tempat lain.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we?
Oke, apaan ini? Dia di atas doang bisa dengar dia. Mungkin bisa lihat, tapi kalau dengar mungkin enggak lah.
To be honest, I hadn't realized that
Tapi
you're
dia
that
tidur.
honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Kale asked me to. And
Huh?
honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
Oke, kita mau dijelasin masa lalu Kole. Sebenarnya Tinari ini nggak bakal mau kasih tahu masa lalu Kole-nya, cuman ya gara-gara temanan gitulah kita. Walaupun beberapa waktu doang munculnya. Ya udahlah. Yang katanya teman gara-gara Ember itu teman kita juga. Sudah tahu juga apa yang kita buat untuk Mondstadt sama Liyue Inazuma. Ya begitulah. Cuman yang pasti katanya itu nggak masalah 3 kota yang itu, cuman gara-gara kita teman Kole itu. Ya udah, dia kasih tahu masa lalunya seperti apa. Nggak adil gitu kata Kole kalau dia mesembunyiin dari teman dekatnya. Mungkin seperti itu.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right.
Iya, seberapa serius
Ever
itu?
since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Alizar.
Elazar?
Alizar.
Yes,
Apa itu?
it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body.
This is unique to land of Sumeru. Penyakit unik dari Sumeru. Bukannya dia dari Mondstadt awalnya. Apa dia penyakitnya memang di Sumeru gitu, cuman dia dapat di tempat lain seperti itu. Habis itu dia pergi ke Mondstadt. Mungkin. Terus ada ini, ada apa ini? Seperti sisik yang hitam terus keras gitu di badan dia.
At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia.
Awalnya itu cuman seperti gatal-gatal kayak ini, area of skin, mild numbness, kaku di bagian apa? Bagian kulit gitu. Seperti tegang apa gimana? Nggak terlalu ngerti aku. Mild numbness. Terus kalau seiring waktu berjalan gitu, dia semakin mudah capek sama mengalami apa nih, peripheral paresthesia. Aku
In
nggak
its
tahu itu
final
apa.
stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
Oh, kalau itu penyakitnya sampai nguasain badan dia atau sudah sepenuhnya dikontrol gitu. Bentar, itu penyakit atau seperti kerasukan jadinya seperti ini?
That sounds terrifying.
Dia nggak bakal bisa bergerak gitu. They lose all control over their body. Nah, kenapa bisa kehilangan kontrol sama itunya, badan dia?
Hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
Berarti dia gimana lah? Dilarang megang atau bawa sesuatu tuh gara-gara penyakit dia kah? Pantasan dia mudah jatuhin sesuatu gitu. Ada ininya katanya. So is there any cure for Alizar? Ada obatnya atau cure
With
tuh
appropriate treatment,
apa
the
sebenarnya?
disease can be effectively controlled
Obat?
before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar.
Penyakitnya bisa kontrol untuk sementara waktu. Sementara sampai supaya nggak ada itu serius lagi. Cuman ya
Nevertheless,
nggak
Kale's
ada
mother
obatnya
still
sama
hoped
sekali.
there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
Mother still hope that there was something out there. Hah. Jadi dia nih, Kole ini dikasih ke Fatui. Fatui itu dari negara jauh gitu. Punya militer yang banyak. Banyak di berbagai negara juga. Kita sering itu punya masalah sama mereka. Ya begitulah. Nanti lihat.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation.
Yap,
Anyway, the
musuh kita
person who
dari awal
eventually
itu.
rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor.
What? Harbinger. Ini salah satu dari bukan ketua, salah satu pemimpin gitu. Ada 11 kalau nggak salah jumlah mereka. Ini 11 nih orangnya kuat-kuat. Makanya bisa di 7 negara tuh bisa berkuasa mereka. Bisa banyak jumlah mereka. Gara-gara Harbinger nih. Gimana nyebutnya lah, Harbinger kah? The Doctor nih salah satunya. Cuman aku nggak tahu itu nomor berapa
I have
dia.
no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them.
Bisa stabil gitu lah waktu sama The Doctor itu. This Doctor.
However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant.
Nggak nyaman sama sekali
Kale
sebenarnya.
is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, gara-gara Fatui itulah dia nggak suka disentuh gitu. Oke.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
PTSD kan sebutannya.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
Oke, siapa juga yang mau itu penyakitnya mau disebarin ke orang lain. Cuman ya udahlah.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her.
Ya, Paimon. Kamu juga yang mau nyentuh
Kale
dia
once
kemarin.
thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Would be impossible her to have real friendship. Ember salah
Don't
satunya.
worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Oke,
Well, it's not too
keadaannya.
serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though,
Oke.
I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville.
Jadi lebih stabil waktu dia pertama kali di sini. Cuman gara-gara obat yang dari The Doctor itu mungkin lah. Cuman ya sekarang dia sudah
She
nggak
was
dapat
interested in the
obatnya
work
lagi.
of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us.
Oh, dia nih itu yang suruh bukan, yang itu bawa Coley ke Forest Ranger
Her
ini.
stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now.
Okay.
All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Oke, apa kita bisa ikut gitu?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
Oke,
Problemo.
jangan sampai pingsan lagi
Let's go
seperti yang sebelumnya.
We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's
Lunar
often
lotus.
used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Lunar Lotus. Nilot pala nih apanya? Nilot pala. Menurut Pala tuh mungkin nama itunya, cuman Lunar Lotus tuh salah satu jenisnya, mungkin seperti itu.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Kenapa? Kenapa coba? Duh, ini bisa di itu kan? Yep, bisa. Jadi ini kalau mau sudah ini kan ya apa namanya ini, kalau mau tempur ya gini lah, gimana tempur lawan musuh seperti inilah. Ini ada masing-masingnya senjatanya sendiri. Kalau yang ini itu jarak jauh, kalau yang ini itu Zhongli ini itu seperti kasih kita pelindung gitu di sekitar badan kita. Terus yang kita cari tadi seperti ini juga. Teratai kan itu katanya tadi warna biru. Terus ini terbang atau di atas gitu. Apa di langit-langit gitu kah? Loh, kok nggak ada ini senjata yang bisa lebih jauh lagi selain yang ini? Oh, itu kah? Di air katanya tadi. Oh, ini dia nih. Iya nih, Nilot Pala Lotus. Ya kan, benar, Nilot Pala tuh namanya. Yang lunar itu seperti jenisnya. Berarti ada banyak jenis itunya, lunar tuh. Lunar Lotusnya. Mungkin cukup ada lagi nih. Oh, bukan. Itu sudah diambil. Mungkin supaya tahu lagi gimana itunya nanti. Cuman intinya sudah diambil itu.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Oke.
Hey, Tainari,
Mungkin sudah kita tadi dapat.
as you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Hah. Oke, aku sudah ngambil itunya dulu namanya Nilot Pala itu. Sebelum kita kesini tadi, statusnya kesini dulu. Habis itu ngambil itunya lotusnya, apa lotus teratai itu. Habis itu datang ke dia lagi seperti itu. Ini forest ranger juga kan? Amir.
Tainari,
Oh, ini
thank
sampingnya tuh.
goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
Gendar
What's going on?
Fakil. Oke,
We
ada
just
apa ini?
discovered a withering zone.
Withering John.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
Withering apa? Withering
And the
apa tadi?
radius of the
Area kah sebenarnya?
contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Oh iya, vision tuh seperti sejenis ini. Alat gitu supaya bisa ngontrol elemennya. Jadi nggak semua orang bisa ngontrol elemen di sini. Mereka biasanya gantung di suatu tempat gitu, yang pasti dekat sama mereka lah, supaya mereka bisa ngontrol elemen yang sesuai visionnya lah, visionnya tuh.
Okay, I understand. You
Nih.
made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Nih, yang ini tuh, yang di seperti perut sebelah perut pinggang ini, tineri ini, itu vision namanya. Kalau ini tuh jenisnya dendro berarti dia bisa ngontrol dendro elemen.
Wait, Kainari, why don't you let us help you?
Oh iya, kenapa enggak itu kita bantu
You
dia?
two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's
Oke.
a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the Withering.
Oh iya, ada anomali nih. The
The
Withering.
affected
Oke,
areas
ingat
not
tuh.
only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Oh iya, aku baru ingat. Karakter utama punya kita nih nggak ada vision yang seperti punya Tinari itu. Cuman dia setiap kali nyentuh itu patung yang The Statue of Seven itu patung yang itulah yang kita bersihin sebelumnya itu. Itu bisa dapat elemennya, nggak tahu oleh apa, oleh unik kah punya dia nih sendiri. Ya begitulah. Jadi kita bisa, oh ya, yang megang vision tuh bisa ngelihat elemen. Jadi nggak semua orang bisa ngelihat. Cuman ya karakter utama punya kita ini kan unik gitu. Jadi dia bisa ngelihat elemen juga. Oke,
Yes,
langsung ya.
Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place.
Yep. Hutan tuh nggak main-main bahayanya.
As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the Withering's corrosive effects for a time.
Vision jenis apa? Apa semua vision apa itu? Ada jenisnya masing-masing.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here.
Oh, berarti mereka kalau yang nggak punya vision ketemu sama yang di Withering tadi tuh, mereka bakal catat di jurnal atau semacamnya gitu, terus itu dilapor ke untuk orang yang punya vision seperti Tenari ini.
Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
Yep. Cuma yang punya vision yang bisa apa? Yang datang ke tempat area itulah. Cuman mereka yang bisa menanganinya gitu. I might be able to help with this. I can also control the element. Mungkin bukan hal yang baik kita bilang itu bisa kontrol elemen, lebih baik yang di
But
atasnya
you
aja.
don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't
Nope.
worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Oke, Paimon seriusan nih dia bilang lagi.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the Withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Oke, mereka terima gitu aja. Ya udah, berarti apa yang awalnya apa sebutannya itu seperti ya mungkin gara-gara rumornya sudah nyebar juga mungkin mereka nggak terlalu kaget gitu lah. Ah ya udah nih Sumeru Rose. Hah? Sumeru Rose baru itu. Aku belum pernah ketemu. Cuman ya Paimon nih selalu
Don't move
bilang
any
seperti itu
further.
terus.
Look there in the distance.
Langsung berubah ini. Langsung hilang warnanya ini. Sekitarnya.
Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash.
Iya. Kelihatan seperti ini. Kabut gitu. Hilang warnanya ini semuanya ini.
Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the Withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
Tumors of the Withering. Berarti the Withering hutan juga punya tumor. Oke. Gotcha.
Thank you.
Let's do this.
But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing after all. Even
Oke.
with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside of the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go.
Oh, pantasannya kalau yang nggak disuruh ngikutin seperti ini. Kalau ketemu the Withering bakal
First, we
bahaya
must
untuk dia.
locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Itu musuhnya merah semua ini. Ini kah? Apa ini? Dendrogranum.
The wind knows me.
Incinerate!
Oke, ini hilangin dulu mereka nih. Lah, nggak bisa kena. Terlalu rendah dia. Apa ini? Ini kah? Help Teneri clear the wither. Caranya seperti apa? Ambil ini. Habis itu apa datang ke sini dulu? Collect Dendrograna dan attack the withering branch with charge attack. Oke, coba dulu lah. Mungkin pakai yang ada senjatanya seperti ini. Oh. Lah, kita kena juga kan. Jadi seperti ini. Oh, berarti yang seperti itu belum bisa. Yang ini? Nih, hancurin dulu mereka nih. Membunuh dulu.
Time to go.
Oh, bukan, belum. Ambil ini dulu, bis itu kasih ke sini. Oke, 2 berarti masih ada 1 tuh, ada penunjuknya berarti. Oh, itu masih 1 di situ.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the
Au.
tumor.
Oh, ini tumornya ini. Kok lucu sekali katanya ini bentuknya.
As one with wind and cloud.
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
Enggak lah, ngapain aku di atasnya? Gimana hancurinnya? Oh, ini loh. Oh, begitu.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now.
Oh, suram sekali
Yes.
sih katanya tadi,
Thanks to
jadi
you
gelap
two.
gitu.
We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Oke.
Tainari, you make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
Halo, tadi ada sesuatu, jadi sekarang lanjutnya. Oke, berarti dia nih ada yang dia khawatirin sendiri. Hah, coba aja
It's
dengar
that
apa lagi.
obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears.
Berarti lebih jadi sering
If that
ini
simply
muncul.
meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself.
Oh, berarti the witheringnya tuh nggak bakalan bisa hancur total gitu. Masih ada ininya, masih ada efek yang lain sama untuk ini ya. Untuk hutannya.
For instance,
Okay.
even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover.
Oh iya, benar juga. Banyak tanaman yang yang terpengaruh sebelumnya nggak bakalan cepat ini sembuh gitu.
This presents
Pulih.
a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants.
Oke.
And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Hah? Apa ada hubungannya sama Cole? Mungkin gara-gara witheringnya jadi tambah banyak, Cole-nya jadi tambah sering ini sakit. Hah?
Huh? Well, why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Oh, berarti ada itu juga. Ada yang sama seperti Cole, cuman katanya beda ini kondisinya. Is there no way to permanently get rid of the withering? Ada cara permanen gitu untuk menghilangkan the witheringnya tuh?
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world.
Depths of the world.
By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Irminsul? Nope. I think I've heard it somewhere before. Nope. Aku belum pernah
Irminsul is
dengar
a
sama
tree
sekali.
located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards.
Downward? Hah? Bentar. Dia kebalik kayak itu pohonnya. Downward. Upward. Wah, jangan bilang kita ke bawah tanah tuh sebenarnya kita kebalik gitu. Cuman ya nggak masuk akal sama sekali
I'm
kedengarannya.
sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like
Yep,
the roots
ley
of
line.
Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Ley line. They are like the root of Irminsul, spreading and extending from the massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Hah, jangan bilang ley line tuh. Masa ya itu akarnya? Oh iya, kebalik kan? Mungkin juga gara-gara pohonnya kebalik gitu, habis itu akarnya sampai ke permukaan tanah. Hah, oke. Menarik kedengarannya. Spreading and extending.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
Oh iya, ley line tuh seperti bisa ngerekam sejarah gitu. Sebelumnya kalau ada event yang ini tuh, ya ini sekarang sudah lewat sih. Dia bisa ngerekam keadaan waktu di masa lalu terus bisa munculin lagi di masa depan gitu.
The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul.
What? Masa iya? Kalau dia di bawah tanah seperti itu, terus sebenarnya bisa.
And as for the Withering,
Coba aja lagi.
its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
Iya. Kalau pohon di bawah tanah tuh ada hubungannya sama permukaan, berarti banyak daerah yang bisa ini. Bisa apa? Bisa terpengaruh gitulah sama ini. Sama kondisi pohonnya. Terus yang di withering tuh ada itunya juga, ada pengaruhnya sama kondisi pohon yang di bawah tanah itu. Hah. Oh iya, Irmunsul is sick. Jadi Irmunsulnya bisa
That's
sakit
right.
juga gitu.
My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul.
Pohon bisa disembuhin kah?
I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time until a cure is found.
Nggak tahu sih ini bisa apa dapat cure-nya gitu. Cure itu apa bahasa Indonesianya lah? Pemurni, penyembuh, obat.
All right,
Obat
that's
jantung
enough on
sekarang
this
aku sebutin.
topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Gandharvaville. Oke, apa perlu teleport atau enggak ini? Soalnya 100 meter. Coba ya, jalan. Memang ada apa? nggak ada apa-apa. Ya udah teleportnya. Sementara dekat juga kan. Daripada kita lompat-lompat lagi, lebih baik lompat turun. Itu kesini bisa nih. Nah, ya kan bisa. Nah, sini juga nih. Nah, langsung ambil itu. Dendroculus. Nah, ini salah satu yang bisa untuk upgrade apa? Yang patungnya itu salah satunya. Coba lihat lagi di sini ada apa?
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
Nggak bagus sama sekali. Oke, aku mau cek satu kali dulu lagi. Oke, kita sudah sampai. Terus gimana
The
keadaannya?
withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry.
No need to worry.
Wait, is that?
Apa itu? Oh, itu burung yang kita takutin pertama kali kita datang ke sini kan?
Oh no, Hypatia!
Apa sih ya? Apa itu?
What's wrong, Tainari?
This duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Hah? Itu dia. Yang perempuan yang kita ikutin tuh. Nggak mungkin burungnya. Kok beda bentuknya kelihatannya?
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it.
Oke, Paimon emang nggak ada ininya sama sekali.
All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation.
Oh, itu tuh cuman pengantar suratnya. Aku kira emang bisa berubah jadi burung dia. Ya udahlah.
She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
Oke, kita disuruh ngantar bahan makanan lagi sini.
She's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Ah iya, seperti tulisan dokter kah gitu. Tapi tulisan dokter nggak sedetail itu juga, cuma 3 garis doang.
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that.
Oke.
Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible.
Jadi sebelumnya 5 hari, yang ini 3 hari. Berarti sudah pernah di
I've got some
sebelumnya.
emergency
Ya udahlah,
rations set
pantasan
aside
mereka
for
tahu.
times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Nah, iya kan kita jadi tukang ngantar lagi.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Oke, bentar. Aku udah buat sesuatu dulu. Mungkin seperti ini sudah mendingan gitu kan?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see.
Oke, coba lagi.
So, how do you feel?
Nggak ada efeknya sama sekali katanya sama dia. Bukan nggak ada, sedikit ya lah mungkin. It's like an refreshing fragrance. No unusual feeling this time. Hah?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy?
Oh, berarti itu memang sesuai waktunya aja.
Wait, how'd you know that she'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that she would be fine.
Oke, mungkin aku perlu gini ya. Aku ganti karakternya ke dia. Soalnya dia ini bisa ngontrol Dendro, cuman katanya di sini nggak ditunjukin. Ya udahlah, nanti ku
And
ganti.
if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
Oke, kita belum kasih tahu ke Tinarinya sini. Ya udah, mungkin itu bukan
That's
halusinasi
correct.
mungkin.
Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat.
Iya benar juga sih.
My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru.
Oke. Kita nggak dipercaya sama sekali
Now,
sini.
after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
So, what exactly was it that I saw?
When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Ermin's soul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Ermin's soul itself.
Oh, itu memori doang. Jangan bilang pohonnya sudah hancur di bawah tanah tuh. Kalau itu cuma memori. Hah. Tapi kalau hancur, terus apa efeknya bisa nunggu dulu beberapa waktu supaya muncul di permukaan. Tapi, aneh juga
I
ini.
could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of spirit borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Ermin's soul, just as you did.
Oh, berarti yang apa nih? Hypatia nih memang mau koneksi ke itu yang Irmon Soul itu. Cuman kita katanya ya sudah koneksi duluan sih, ya pingsan itu. Kalau yang Hypatia tuh memang mau sengaja gitu koneksi ke itunya pohonnya. Oke.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
Iya, kita jabain sama sekali.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please,
Oke.
wait here for a moment.
Dia punya itu keadaan spesial gitu, jadi nggak boleh diganggu atau komunikasi sama orang lain lah, begitulah. Oke. Kita tunggu apa ini? Apa dikasih bahan makanan yang tadi? Kenapa nggak suruh ini aja burungnya nih ngantar makanannya?
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Oke, thank you.
No. I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
These last few days. Seingatku kita baru 1 hari di sini.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Di mana lagi tuh? Oh, lumayan jauh sini. Apa sekarang sudah aja? Kita sudah tahu juga yang di Withering tuh apa. Terus sininya. Ya walaupun sebentar doang sih. Yang pasti kita sudah tahu Withering itu apa. Terus pohon yang besar raksasa itu apa juga. Irmunsul kok kalau nggak salah namanya. Itu. Terus yang kondisi Kole itu kenapa juga. Kita sudah tahu. Untuk sekarang cukup sampai di sini. Kemungkinan yang di selanjutnya tuh kita bakal cari informasi lebih lanjut yang Irmunsul itu apa. Tapi mungkin untuk sekarang yang The Withering itulah utama untuk kita. Jadi ya cukup sampai di sini aja. Udah, bye.